fans, friends, subscribers. This is your host Ram, welcoming you to your cricket happening show. But as far as this cricket happening show is concerned, there's not going to be any much excitement because basically there's nothing really happening, so to say. So basically, it's all going to be some cricket news that I'm going to look at, and generally just going to have a sort of a very short talk. So it's just a matter of me keeping this cricket show going because as I said, this is known as a daily cricket show, which is known as cricket happenings. So definitely it's my duty to touch base with all my favorite all those people who are so passionate about this particular show. So I definitely have to show my face here, and I'm definitely going to talk about cricket, but probably not some matches, but some cricket news. So let's head on here and see what really is happening. Now, as you know, yesterday we had the the test match, the second ever test match, which was played with a pink ball, getting the result with Pakistan actually winning that match. And that was a very special win for Pakistan, especially considering that was a landmark test match for them. It was the 400th test match that Pakistan were playing in their history, and they got the victory. And today, Misbah ul Haq has said that this particular pitch, he said that it was not so easy to get a victory. He basically referred to saying that what one saw was that the because of the dew, the ball could not be gripped properly, so the spinners could not get a good grip, and besides, there was no even reverse swing. So basically, the night dew that normally is there, he says that the pink ball could not swing, and also the spinners could not get a grip. So that is something. So I mean, one is definitely getting a lot of. It's always good to get a lot of feedback because this is a new sort of an innovation as far as test cricket is concerned, and this is something which is going to be taking international cricket forward, no doubt about it. So, and just keeping it there, and so the feedback is very important. So feedback is something which can make the, I mean, and one can look into it and see how things can be really bettered. And also, as you know, there was one man who missed upon this very great event, and it was none other than the great Pakistani batsman Yunus Khan, who is now the highest run getter in Pakistan cricket, as we all know. And he actually missed it due to having a dengue fever. But the good news is that Yunus Khan will be seen in full colours as far as the second test match is concerned between the Pakistan and West Indies. And Michael Clarke, in his autobiography, as you know, Michael Clarke was under the tutelage of the great captain Ricky Ponting, former captain, and in fact, Michael Clarke has said in his autobiography that has been very frank, saying that he himself has said that he was not a very good vice captain when Ponting was the captain. So, just a remark which has come from Michael Clarke, another wonderful batsman who retired, and a captain too. And as far as Bangladesh and England are concerned, one is waiting for the first test match to start. Alistair Cook has returned back to duty, so that'll be interesting. And definitely, even as you know now, Cook already has got to the coveted mark of being the highest run scorer in Test history for England. He already is, and he's now on the verge of getting into another big record, and that is a record where he's going to become England's most capped player. So that really says how what service Cook has done for English cricket. So, and as far as just keeping the topic on the Test match between England and Bangladesh coming up on Thursday, I reckon. Uh, I mean, we know Ben Duckett has already made a claim to actually get into this because he has done well, and he has shown that he's such a player that he has quickly adapted himself to all the needs of the game. You call it T20, you call it one-day internationals, and even in this particular tour game that he played against Bangladesh 11, he scored very well. I mean, he really showed that he can adapt himself very well, and we know that what one has seen from Ben Duckett, looks to be a real emerging talent for England, no doubt about it. And Ben Duckett, what he has done is he's a very tricky customer. I mean, it's not easy to bowl to Ben Duckett. That's what one has seen, because he has a lot of innovative strokes in his repertoire. And I look at Ben Duckett now as a probably a person who's following Joss Butler, because it's very difficult to bowl to him. He can play some real unorthodox strokes, and he will always keep the scoreboard busy. So that is something. So Ben Duckett is probably bound to make his Test debut, and wish him good luck. And also the other player, Hamid, who one says that he's absolutely, when he plays, he's so young. He's just 17, I reckon, and he has a sort of some mastery in his strokes, and also there is some poetry in his stroke making. And whatever he does it with a lot of grace, and that is something that England will be hoping, because they definitely need someone, a good opener, and Hamid would probably be the one. But right as of now, one can see that Ben Duckett has definitely made a mark. So that is something. And as far as other news is concerned, one is told that in the local Quaid-e-Azam Trophy, which is played in Pakistan, Mohammad Asif, as you know, these were three players who were pulled up by Pakistan, as you know, by the ICC, and were given bans. So Mohammad Asif, as you know, he was a very good swinger of the ball. I mean, when I've seen him, I always thought that Mohammad Asif would probably develop as another Sarfaraz Nawaz, one of the another great bowlers who partnered Imran Khan in his heydays. But Mohammad Asif, I'm told, for the first time, has been released from the ban now. After, um, Mohammad Amir has already hit international cricket. Salman Butt is hoping to come to international cricket, and now Asif comes in. So this was the third player who's got an opportunity, and it seems in the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy, which is a domestic trophy in Pakistan, he has done a good job. And also, not good news for India, I would say, because as you know, Suresh Raina did not play in the first ODI where India won, and now there is more bad news for India, as Suresh Raina is once again ruled out of the second one-day international between India and New Zealand, which is going to be played in Delhi. And so that definitely affords an opportunity for some of the youngsters to really take the opportunity with both hands. And the last news that I would like to say is that, as you know, one knows that the Waugh brothers in Australia were very, very famous. Steve Waugh and Mark Waugh. Mark Waugh for his absolute lithe grace, one could say. When he played his strokes, it didn't look like he was actually really punishing the ball. I mean, he merely used to push the ball, and it was sweet music to the ears when Mark Waugh used to play. As far as Steve Waugh was concerned, one probably would not say as graceful as Mark Waugh, but Steve Waugh definitely did a great turn for his team, because he not only was a great player, but he also was a wonderful captain for Australia over the years. And Steve Waugh himself was an absolutely wonderful all-rounder, and was a very, very cool and calculated customer, which is what was the best thing about Steve Waugh. Always composed in any type of a situation, whether the chips are down or whatever be the situation. Steve Waugh was a man with a real cool demeanor, and definitely it really served him well through his years in international cricket. And the reason I'm talking about that is that, as you know, Rodney Marsh, the chairman of selectors, is actually ending up his term, and Steve Waugh has definitely shown an interest to get into the selection role. And why not? I think Steve Waugh would make a great candidate for that, no doubt about it, because he has a tremendous experience as far as international cricket is concerned, and I also think that he can be a good schemer too, and I think he can spot a talent very well. And the other news, just keeping it in Australia before I end this cricket show, is that Queensland have actually got their place in the finals. As you know, it's the Matador Cup, as it is known now, in Australia, and Queensland has actually been the first team to actually secure a place in the finals of this year's Matador Cup 2016. Well, dear fans and subscribers, as I said, it was just talking about cricket in general as far as cricket news was concerned. I hope you liked it, and well, definitely you will be seeing me once again on my next cricket happening show, which will be tomorrow. Until then, it's good night.